This lecture is about coherent sources or simply coherence. We know that a basic electromagnetic wave is like this: y equals to a sine omega t plus phi phase difference, or you can also express it as a function of cos omega t plus phi. So if we take a electromagnetic wave as a sine function, then coherence implies that a special type of sources where there will be a constant relationship between the sources, or for a single source, if we observe this electromagnetic wave in a particular space for a long time, and if there will be no change, and or if there will be a constant relationship between the waves, then we can say this is a coherent sources. Or basically, if a wave appear to be pure sine wave for an infinitely extended time or an infinitely extended space, it is called perfectly coherent wave. That is, if a wave appears to be pure sine wave, for an extended time or for an infinitely extended space, then it is called perfectly coherent wave or source. So basically coherence depends on space and time, and using this dependence there will be two type of coherence. One is called temporal coherence, and another is spatial coherence. So in temporal coherence there will be dependence of time, and in spatial coherence there will be dependence of space, that is distance. So I am going to elaborate these two things or two type of coherence, temporal coherence and spatial coherence, one by one. First, I am saying that the temporal coherence is dependent on t. So first I am going to explain about temporal coherence. Temporal coherence refers to the correlation between the light field at a space point, means at a particular point at a time, and that at the same space point at the later time. Means if we observe a electromagnetic wave in a particular space point, something xyz, for a time t1, and after certain time there will be time t2, if there will be a constant relationship, means if there will be at time t1 if there will be a phase phi, then after certain time t2 there, if there will also phase difference is phi, then we can say this is there will be a constant relationship or phase difference between due to the time change is 0, then we can say this is a temporal coherence. The oscillating electric field E of a perfectly coherent light wave has a constant amplitude at any point in the space, but its phase will vary with time linearly. As a function of t, E will appear illustrated. This means for a perfect temporal coherent sources, if we plot a electromagnetic field E intensity or this is time, so obviously this is like a sine wave, and if t goes to infinity, there will be no discontinuity, that is it goes to also infinity and in sustain in sine wave. But in actual sources it can never produce a sinusoidal field for all time, means this is for perfect, but for real case, if we after a certain time this continuity should break, means there should be like this, but this can be like this. Amplitude should be same, amplitude should be same, but phase difference for a continuous wave, this phase difference there should be a phase in 0, but it initiated with a phase. Again there should be a discontinuity, and this comes to a different type. So for a particular time, this is called Tc, for a particular time Tc, this wave is pure sine wave, but after this time there should be discontinuity, and so we can say this Tc is a time for which the wave is coherent, so we can call it as a coherence time. Tc as a coherence time. So the average time interval for which the field of light vector remains sinusoidal and therefore a defined phase relationship exists is termed as a coherence time Tc. So if a wave, there will be a wavelength lambda and time is Tc, then obviously there should be a length L for which the time Tc, that is Tc into velocity of light, and this Lc is called coherence length, means this length is called coherence length. This is the time. If we plot with respect to space, then this difference is called Lc, and this Tc actually originated due to the sources, because if we check or if we have a fluorescent lamp, we know that the light emitted E equals to H nu due to the transition of electron from higher state to lower state, and there should be a time about 10 to the minus 10 second. So actually this is this time is create the non-coherent sources or non-coherent wave, and this is about Tc, and also it also depend on lambda and delta lambda, that is the wavelength width. So for a neon sources, lambda equals to 6328 angstrom, and tau c equals to about 10 to the minus 10 second, where 10 to the minus 10 second, where for iodine Tc equals to about 10 to the minus 9 second.